Update on Cameroon's presidential election. The flag bearer of the Social Democratic Front, Honorable Joshua Osih, says that he will not come into a coalition with people who have enabled the Anglophone crisis or have been fighting that the Anglophone crisis exists, and also those who have had sympathy with Boko Haram insurgency. To this, he was clear that he will not work with Issa Tchiroma Bakary and also Bello Bouba. These are two heavyweights who are animating the Cameroon's political scene and possibly have a weight as far as the opposition is concerned to combat President Paul Biya. I will read you his statement and I will react. Some of you may not like my opinion. It is my opinion. And if you want us to have a debate on this, pick a rendezvous with me. I set up a conference call on Facebook. Let us have a tete-a-tete debate on this issue. Let me state it equivocally clear that attacking an opposition by an opposition is a political suicide that will harm the party's integrity and party's public opinion and remove sympathizers away from the party. The outing of Honorable Joshua Osih may be politically correct within their party. However, in a global context, many will question why, at the moment, he will attack a political party. As of now, Issa Tchiroma Bakary has not been seen on record since his candidacy was accepted attacking the Social Democratic Front or attacking any political party. Bello Bouba, on the other hand, has also not been seen attacking any political party. Now, according to the Joshua Osih, that even if Tchiroma and Bello Bouba accept to support him, he will not accept their support because they have enabled the existence of the Anglophone crisis and possibly sympathizers of the Boko Haram insurgency. But let it be clear that there was also a time when Honorable Joshua Osih joined CPDM members of parliament and signed a joint communique that people or Anglophones who are agitators of the crisis be arrested and be deported to Cameroon. And by this, it means that any Anglophone who have actually supported the Ambazonia movement or the Southern Cameroon movement should be deported. In that regard, he was the only SDF member of parliament that signed that document. Let me read you Joshua Osih's full statement. Then I'll come and explain to you why. To me, I see it as a political suicide. You may agree, you may not agree, because he has a right to campaign. Any party that wants to win the election should not attack another. They should focus on their policy. If they ask them a question that can you or we go into a coalition, no. Why? I don't think it's necessary. It's simple. But going to actually resurrect a rhetoric of which the Bible says, he who hands is clean, let him cast the first stone. And we know that some of them, their hands are not clean, if not all are not clean. In terms of participation, he said, I have said anyone who have been fighting for this crisis to exist in the northwest and southwest and who was entertaining the Boko Haram insurgency in the far north, I cannot join that person. I cannot, and even if the person wants a coalition with me, I will turn it down. I wouldn't refuse because I am arrogant. I will refuse because I have values I'm defending. And those values don't permit me to go to a race with certain people. If a candidate has served in this regime, if a candidate contributed to our poverty, if a candidate contributed to our lack of infrastructure, and so on, and suddenly leaves the regime because it is no longer favor him or wants to divide the opposition, do I have to support him or accept his support? No, it cannot happen. Joshua Osih, SDF Chairman. And he said that he further dismissed the possibility of a coalition with former ministers Issa Tchiroma and Bello Bouba Maigari. That was an interview that he granted to Mimi Mefo Info. Now, he's capitalizing on the fact that these people have worked on the government, and that because they have worked on the government, they will not be trusted and have contributed to the poverty. And he has been held on record on several occasions stating that he has never, in one way or another, benefited from the government or actually executed a contract from the government. I think Joshua Nambagi Osih should focus on just his policies, and the same thing that other political parties, opposition parties are doing, which is the same thing that Joshua Osih is doing, attacking fellow opposition. The truth is that SDF has not seen that the train has left the station. If this was before, when SDF still controls the lead, then I think Joshua Osih is right. If this was, as a matter, if Joshua Osih had the possibility or the following or the influence that Professor Maurice Kamto had in 2018 until now, then I would have agreed with Honorable Joshua Osih that at this point his position and his decision politically stand right, morally stand right, and change in a form of change and global perspective of Cameroonians stand right. But as it stands now, let us keep emotion aside and look at the reality. SDF does no longer have the numbers that they used to in terms of the general perspective. In fact, the general perspective of Cameroonians is that they want change. They don't care whether the change is coming from Joshua Osih. They don't care whether this change is coming from Chirumwa. They don't care whether it's coming from Bello Bouba. The train has left the station. If the SDF has had the superiority as other political party, and as even if Bello Bouba had, if SDF had that kind of popularity, then I would have said that Osih is right. But let me tell you that this outing of Honorable Joshua Osih, whether the party supporters like it or not, it will actually affect the municipal and legislative election, because many Cameroonians who have the opinion that they need change, Cameroonians just want change. They just want regime, most just want President Pobia regime to go. They don't care about how and what it goes. They don't care. That's why the Bishop of Yoga has said, even if the devil takes over, metaphorically, that even if the devil takes over, it will be better. Then we can share that one. We can handle it later. Now, when you come and you are attacking a party that has not attacked you, a leader that has not attacked you, or attacking values, I think it is normal that you can just say, well, I choose not to comment on that, to preserve, because as it stands now, the stronghold of SDF was in the northwest and the southwest region, and in the west region, and part of the littoral region and the north. Those are the 5 regions that SDF had stronghold. 2 of the regions, northwest and southwest region, SDF does not benefit from it because of the Anglophone crisis, which we all see and realize that and acknowledge that the Anglophone crisis is affecting their popularity. In fact, they will actually have a serious effect on the northern and southwest region. Come to the west region, MRC, the split of SDF when Nyinche and others left, joined the MRC, and the MRC actually took away some people from SDF in the west region. Come to the center region, the same thing happened. In fact, MRC, many people are alluding to the fact that MRC came to disrupt SDF, which we have seen that the population is doing good. So if SDF had that following now that Chiroma has, and SDF is making this statement, I will tell you politically, I will tell you that they are within their place. But if you don't have this kind of following, and also public opinion also matter. If public opinion now, they want change, they don't care whichever is coming from, and you're making such a statement, you are actually indirectly committing political suicide for that party. And that's why I will tell even those who are supporting Cabral Libo, whichever political party, that at this point in time, don't oppose the opposition. Focus on your policies. If people talk about why is your party not going to a coalition, say because you have the value and you know what it will change. Simple. But when you start making this kind of rhetoric, we have not even started campaigns. If these people want to fire back, they too have documents that they'll present. As people are claiming that I've never worked with the government or have contract. My dear, you have companies. Some of them have companies. These companies may have lobbied for some contract in one way or another. When campaign will start, if they want to fire back, if everybody wants to go dirty, it will further crumble the party. For those who have ears, they should hear. For those who don't have ears, they should not hear. If you want to insult me go on and insult at the comment section. But those who are politically mature will understand that at the moment, general opinion for Cameroonians, they want change. And anybody that stand as they see that the person may want to be an obstacle to the change, they will pay you back in municipal elections are next year. Municipal elections are next year. Okay. If you want to also have a debate on this issue, we'll have the debate. We'll come live. I prefer people, especially that some so-called claim to know, that always come to my comment section and insult and claim that I'm supporting Minister Paul Atanganji. I've challenged, in fact, let me challenge some of you now. If you want us to have a civil debate, come live. I'll book a session. In fact, let me address this to Mr. Nkeze Martin. If you want us to have a civil debate, come live and let's have it. I'll give you time to talk, and you also give me time. I talk and I explain why you claim that I support Minister Paul Atanganji because of an act which was committed, and I explained how legally we are within that same system now. The system has not changed until it changes. And you say I'm supporting Atanganji. And when I ask you to actually substantiate, you come with a long write-up which does not make sense, which is, first of all, cannot stand. If you have facts, nobody will support a government that is not working. Nobody. And that's why there are some people who are faceless, who come on social media and writing rubbish comments. In this social media, you insult me, I insult you. I'm not forcing you to follow my page. If you are following it because you know that there are information that benefits you. If you think that the information I'm giving is contrary to your belief, you can as well.
You've passed your GCE or baccalaureate, and now it's time to choose a professional university that opens real doors to your future. Let us introduce you to the African Higher Institute of Technology, a career-focused institution that not only awards internationally recognized certificates, but also guarantees direct employment opportunities upon graduation through its solid network of partner companies and institutions worldwide. This school operates in collaboration with the Cameroon Ministry of Higher Education, UBA Bank, St. Francis Xavier Institute, Canada. Located in Yaoundé, Mendong, away from the noisy town, AHIT provides the following for its students: a free brand new laptop immediately after paying a registration fee of 25,000 francs CFA, free high-speed internet access on campus, hands-on professional training, mentorship from local and international experts, offering courses like local government in accounting, finance and administration, computer engineering, artificial intelligence, biomedical sciences, economics and finance, business and management, arts and education, law and public policy, agricultural sciences. Whether you dream of becoming a software developer, civil engineer, healthcare technician, or business strategist, ICT is your direct path to success. Apply now and take the bold step toward a future of innovation, professionalism, and global opportunity.